What is good, you guys? We are back with another video, and I did a free agency destination video on Lonzo Ball because he was my favorite player. I just want to talk about his future. I wasn't expecting to do multiple of these, but it got 120 views, so I gotta give what the people want more and more. I'm watching that type of stuff, so go crazy on videos that y'all want more, because I'll most definitely give it to you. But today, we got the John Collins free agency destination video. And John Collins is a very interesting player because he has the talent, he's exciting, athletic, but the question has always been, is he worth the max contract? That's been the biggest question this entire season. He declined $90 million, which would have been $22.5 million per year last December. So it's been really interesting to watch how his stock has kind of gone down a little bit free agency wise. His role wasn't as big in that New York Knicks series because they still had DeAndre Ayton and all those players. I think he only averaged like 13 points, but as the playoffs went on and on, I think his role got a little bit bigger. And especially when Trae Young went out, he was asked to do a lot and did decent at times in that series when Trae Young was out. He had a couple rough moments because it seemed like he couldn't create for himself as much when Trae Young was on the court. But man, that little mid-range, just face up in people's mouth, that's pretty nice. And he has that in his back for sure. But we're talking about two destinations because I had three for Lonzo last episode. I had three for Lonzo, but for this one, I only got two for John Collins. Besides just going back to Atlanta. So if you like this type of content, go and like us up on the video if you haven't already. And let's get right into it. First team I have up is the San Antonio Spurs, and one is because of the fit. John Collins is now used to playing with a big man alongside him, a big man that really can't shoot, and that'd be kind of the same thing with Jakob Poeltl, because Jakob Poeltl is very underrated, really good defensive big man down in San Antonio. Look out for that man. But John Collins can slide right into that 4 spot, and then you don't have to run as small of a lineup like y'all did last year with DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, I think Lonnie Walker, DeMar DeRozan, and Jakob Poeltl. That's kind of a small lineup. You get a little bit bigger with John Collins at the 4, get a little bit more rebounding, a lot more athleticism, and then you could move Lonnie to the bench. Actually, no, you wouldn't move Lonnie to the bench because DeMar would most likely be gone with that move. It may be a sign and trade and you put DeMar in Atlanta, but I'm not sure how that fit will work in Atlanta. Or you just let DeMar walk and you sign John Collins for about $25 million because that's what it would take to pry him away from Atlanta, because although he did decline that offer, he seems like a guy that really likes to play with Atlanta, likes the team he's on, loves playing with Trae Young, because Trae Young is a guy that gives you easy buckets. He has that James Harden type of effect, that John Wall type of effect, where when you play with him, your stats are most likely going to look better. John Wall put 6 more years on Marcin Gortat's career just by giving him easy baskets, and he started averaging 10-11 points again. That's the type of effect Trae Young has, so it may take a little bit more to pry him away from Atlanta and Trae Young. So I see it around the $25 million line, but the DeJounte Murray at the 1, you got Keldon at the 3, Lonnie at the 2, which I don't love. Maybe Devin Vassell when he progresses a little bit more, maybe takes that starting spot. John Collins at the 4 and Jakob Poeltl at the 5. That's a really good defensive lineup. Keldon's a good defender. DeJounte is a great defender. Jakob Poeltl is a very underrated defender. Lonnie is a decent defender. Devin Vassell is a very young defender. You have a great defensive team, and offense is progressing with all those guys. And I feel, look at that team, John Collins, which it seems like something that he wants, would be kind of the #1 scoring option, I guess, because maybe Keldon Johnson, if he progresses, maybe, yeah, that's about it, because DeJounte Murray isn't a scoring type of guard. He's more of a playmaking, very good defensive guard. So it looks like, now that I'm thinking about it, John Collins would come in being the #1 scoring option, and that seems like something that he wants. Alright, I need y'all to hear me out for this second one, because this is this would probably be a little bit less intriguing for John Collins, because they're not a winning team and they haven't even shown progression, even getting into the play-in tournament yet. And that's the Sacramento Kings. Hear me out. They have a guy in De'Aaron Fox in the same draft that John Collins was in, 2017 NBA draft. You got Tyrese Halliburton, and then Marvin Bagley is probably going out the doors, and Richaun Holmes is also going out the door. So those big man spots are really up for grabs. I can see the Sacramento Kings throwing $25, $27 million out to John Collins to grab him. You get a guy like Franz Wagner in the draft, a big defensive swing man in the draft, and you got a little core, you know? And depending on how Tyrese Halliburton progresses, and depending if De'Aaron Fox get a little bit better or stay elite, like, he doesn't really have to get better. His teammates around him just really has to get better, because he averaged 25 and 8 last year. So maybe if he can average 27 and 8 on better efficiency or something like that, something to that extent, they can get into the playing game or something like that. But my thing is, if he cared about winning and other things like that, he wouldn't have declined the thing from Atlanta, you know? So I'm saying this probably may have not been as intriguing because it's not a winning situation, but not everybody's going to want to give you $25 million. I'm sorry. You had a decent playoffs, but it wasn't great, I don't think. So I think the Sacramento idea could be a decent opportunity for John Collins to get what he wants, which is also obviously more money and maybe more offensive opportunity, because he was also upset about that during the season. Alright guys, that's all I got for you guys today. If y'all want more free agency destination videos, go ahead and like and sub on the channel, man, if you haven't already. I'm going to get these out if y'all messing with it once again. You know, I do my draft content, I do my post-game recaps, which are sadly coming to an end because we're in the finals. I got my draft videos, post-game recaps. I can start doing this more often, you know what I'm saying? Got my Vibes Rewind series. I should be putting a new video out. And just all the other random NBA videos that I got. So if you like all that, go ahead and sub to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.